Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to the clinic for lunch today. I'm Mike, and this is our Everyman channel. It's good to be back with you. Let's see what Mrs. Everyman fixed for me today. It's always fun to open up this little canister. This is my little ceramic surprise box. Double stacked in here. Let's see what she packed. We're in a hurry this morning, so it might be one of those lunches, you know what I mean. I've got my gluten-free buns, which I like. Ooh. And pickles. And, these are the garlic-flavored wood-fire seared olives. And some hard cheeses. Looks like some Parmesan and old Gouda. I love that stuff. Oh man, right out of my childhood. A big, thick patty of seared, that looks like a salamander on the bottom of it. Seared bologna with mustard on it. Let me tell you about bologna. That brings back memories of my childhood. A bunch of boys living in a home, and the cheapest thing to feed us most of the time was bologna. Bologna. Bologna from Italy, from the town Bologna. Bologna in Italy. So, bologna, as we say it here, is a sausage. We don't think of it as that very often, but it is. And it's from the town of Bologna in Italy. There's another sausage that they made there. I think it was called mortadello. Mortadello. And the big difference was mortadello is wonderful. Tastes a lot like bologna, but when you look at it, it doesn't look at all like it because you see chunks of the meat and the spices that are in it and the gelatin and the fat. So you can see everything that's in it. With bologna, because of American standards, it's related to a frankfurter, a hot dog, and so the standards say it has to be finely ground. So it's so finely ground that you can't tell what's in it. When I was a kid, the old timers would tell us that it was made out of pork, mainly back then, and they would tell us that the butchers put everything in bologna, everything on the hog except the oink. And I believe it. And we learned to love that stuff, especially when our mother would blacken it in the skillet for breakfast. It was a breakfast meat. And what we would do, we'd cut a disc of it like this one and then make little slices in the edge so when you put it in the skillet, it wouldn't turn into a big half-dome bubble. It would split out and turn dark around the edges, and the crispy, slightly burned edges were the best part. So Mrs. Everyman remembered me talking about that, I guess. So it was a poor man's food that we love to eat. In Arkansas, I remember there was a sheriff in one of the county jails. I can't remember where, but at one time he served the inmates bologna sandwiches 3 meals a day. For supper, they got 2 sandwiches. But that's all he served. And on the weekends, he'd lay off his cooking staff, and the sheriff deputies would go down and slice the bread, slice the bologna, slap on some mayo and mustard, and serve the sandwiches. So that was his cheap way to feed the inmates. It only lasted a while, and someone caught up with him and told him he had to treat his inmates a little bit better. As a kid remembering that, I thought, That would be great. Bologna 3 times a day. I could do that. So it's all in your perspective. So I'm going to get after this, especially with my Clausen pickles, and enjoy my lunch. And you have to have a Coca-Cola with bologna. So I'm going to enjoy mine. I hope you have a great lunch, and I hope you'll like and subscribe and come back and visit with me again. Love you guys. Talk to you later.